Welcome to the dungeon. Here we are, the Monday before the Thursday that we go into food comas. Uh, Happy Thanksgiving week. I had today off. It was really nice till at 7 o'clock. Mr. Oz sent a message, and my watch alerted me to say, "Hey, I guess you're gonna get up now." So thanks, Oz.
Huh?
My fault. I shouldn't have worn my watch to bed. Cause I normally do, because that's my alarm clock. It just, I wake up really easy. So if it vibrates just a little bit, I wake up. So, um, that's my alarm clock. Plus, I can keep it silent so it doesn't wake up anyone else. So, um, but yeah, Oz got me this morning with a work related comment. So thanks, Oz. He's not here, so I can say whatever I want. How is everybody doing? Man, already, and I don't know about you guys, I'm already like feeling that holiday pressure, anxiety, chaos all coming down. Is that how you guys feel too?
We were going to have our Thanksgiving here. And then Jess's mom was like, I think I'm going to have it at my house this year. Okay, then I'm not making shit. I'll
Yeah.
show up. There you go. Bye.
So yeah, we I'm gonna make it this year at my family's home. I like making a big meal like that. There's a lot of pre-planning to it all, but and if you know me, I like to plan everything. The last beer quest that Half-Ass and Fanboy Tone came down for, I had an itinerary built. So I like to plan. There's times and schedules, and they didn't keep to any of it. So
I'll probably do a turkey on Saturday for the house, but yeah, that's for us.
yeah, just because you want turkey. I also want to note this is the quietest I've ever heard Remy. So, hey Remy,
Right?
look at Remy. He can be cute
When he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, he's a demon.
So, yeah, Gwenton's been printing with Gwenton.
So many things for printing.
Yeah, so when we get back, we are off next Monday because I will need time to decompress after being out for Thanksgiving. I'm not ashamed to say that. So that next Monday that we come back, which is the 4th, yes, Mike will probably be gone.
It's up in the air.
It's up in the air. So, but we want to show you some stuff because we're gonna start rolling toward Midland, and we want to show you some stuff. We'll have some things going up there with that. So, yeah. So nothing Monday, nothing this Wednesday, unless gaming with Quentin is going on. But I don't think so because I think you're traveling a bit
No,
too.
I'm traveling.
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy. We'll have something the next Wednesday. We'll do a game or something depending on who logs in. We've got this hierarchy of games we're trying to build. Of hey, when we have this many people, we can play this game, and we have this many, we can play this game.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we need a printed tone so the next time he misses a beer quest due to a 6-day Metallica show. So yeah. To get in that, we're going to get into the beer of the week this week, which is actually the brewery of the week, which is Third Eye in Hamilton. They opened up a new facility, new distribution facility. Let me get the tag in chat here. Mike was supposed to go with us, but he was busy and he didn't quite make it, which we were sad about.
Car dealerships. Buying a car should not take all day.
No, this is the right one, Fanboy Tone. The other one, Halloween is over, so we don't need to have masks on. So
I'm gonna speak as a salesman here. It can be as quick as you want. It depends on how much haggling you want to do.
Oh,
look at it! Look at him! He's trying to get me to do the truffle shuffle over here. No, that's against Twitch regulations. But we got invited down. For those of you that don't know, Half-Ass Beer Review puts on what we call the Beer Quest. It's a collaboration between Half-Ass Beer Review, Banter and Babble, and ourselves. And we go to a brewery or we go to an event and we video that, and that's all on the channel. So we actually got personal and private invites to a pre-opening of this facility. It's a beautiful facility. It's huge. It's very nice. They took us back. The owner came over to us and like introduced himself, recognized us from the videos, took us around, showed us everything. We got to go back and see the brewery, how they're doing things now, their future goals. Like, it's a huge facility in Hamilton. Got to see everything. It was very cool. So we really appreciate those. Check out the video on Half-Ass Beer Review's channel. You'll get to see all that, and we'll be going back because we already talked to him about some special things that we want to work with them. So, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up next year with that facility. So, Mike, hopefully we get you involved in that one when we return, and then me and you.
Like I said, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't planning on leaving with a car. I was going and checking cars, and it ended up being a thing.
Good salesman. They got you to stay and buy something.
No.
Terrible salesman.
Once I got the car I wanted, once I got everything in it, it was it was 2:00. The event wasn't until 4:00.
Oof.
It took the finance person that long to see me and have me fill out that paperwork.
Oh, that's not the salesman's fault.
That's what I'm saying. That was financing.
Yeah. No, they're terrible. They do their own thing.
That's your inside salespeople. They're really important, but
no, we just fire them.
Like, literally, all I have to do is sign. Give me the damn keys.
Thank God I'm getting out of inside sales. Like,
speaking of Beer Quest, we do have a special shirt. So Half-Ass Beer Review does not have their own merch store. So on our store and on Banter and Babble store, you will find the new Beer Quest shirt. You see it's a dragon. In one hand, it's holding a bottle of beer that says HABR for Half-Ass Beer Review. The other hand is the B&B shield. And the 7D logo is emblazoned right on the forehead. Really excited. We've been working on this a really long time. Fanboy Tone from Banter and Babble did a lot of work getting the design out to their graphic artist to generate this. We want to get it on a shirt. If you get it from our store, it has a 7D Dungeon tag right on the sleeve. If you get it from Banter and Babble, they're going to have the Banter and Babble right on the sleeve. So yeah, you can go on your own beer quest with this shirt. On that note, as well, we have, if you missed this last week, we have new Chibi Gwenton on our merch in the store, and we have our new mouse pad that has Justinian on it. We have a few things where that has Justinian now too, and our prices are now lower. So if you haven't picked up a shirt before, you can now go and pick one up at a lower cost. So you can rock your 7D gear wherever you want. There's a whole bunch of new stuff on there, so go check it out. We've been fine-tuning some things. We'll have another new shirt coming out probably this week. I just got to get the new graphic out there and put onto that shirt. It finally got approved by Marsland moments before the stream, so
that's the one that counts.
Yeah. So stop by, get those. I may have to get that coffee cup though, even though I don't drink coffee, but I think my wife needs a cute little Chibi Gwen. So,
I wasn't planning on buying like 10 shirts,
but they're cheaper.
I gotta buy that half. I gotta buy that half-ass brew one.
Yeah, the Beer Quest one looks really good. They're really good. If there's some colors you want changed, let me know, because I can only pick like so many. So I picked ones that I would wear. So it looks better on a darker color. It does, because of the outline, the orange and stuff. It's very metal. That's what. So check that out. If you didn't get to see it, you're new. Like, there's the Beer Quest. I'll be getting one so that when we do Beer Quest videos, we can represent. So that'll be that's going to be a lot of fun. Last thing before we get going, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. It's never too late to plug Midland Mall Comic Con. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. Paul's doing, the getting everything like organized there. There's stuff going out all the day. You follow them on Facebook to get all the updates. We're going to be there. It looks like we're going to be trying to run, if the stars align, we're going to be trying to run 3 tables this year, because honestly, 2 tables mentally break me and Mike. So we're going to try to do 3 this year. Gwenton's going to be there this year again. Hopefully our booth babes are going to be there again this year, which is me and Quentin's wives. So they help get everybody signed up and get going. It's a really great time. The theme this year is Ghostbusters. So I know me and Mike are pretty excited. I think Justinian's excited as well. Because we love doing D&D horror, because there's a lot of really great horror options in D&D. So I know I'm going to try to lean pretty hard into it. I've got some ideas bouncing around my head that I got to get on paper soon. But that is March 2nd and 3rd. It's a Saturday and Sunday.
Coming up so fast.
I mean, like, it's going. So...
This year has gone by so fast.
Yeah.
I know. Like, we're at the end of November. December, like, what happened to summer? Like, it's all gone. And now, an important message. I almost forgot. An important message for everyone. If you already have Christmas decorations up, stop doing that. If you're already playing Christmas music, stop. It's not December yet. Quit rushing the holiday.
Do you still have Halloween decorations up?
I have Halloween decorations up year round.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds
right
like
there.
a little bit of the.
Yeah, I always have Halloween stuff going up. No. I mean, let's carbonite freeze Mariah Carey and put her away. So. Yeah.
Just for another week and a half,
You want to play Mariah Carey, you said?
See, look, my wife gets in the chat and like Banter and Babble agrees, but she's already putting stuff up. What happened to Thanksgiving? Like, it's just everybody just skips it. Like, it doesn't even exist anymore. They start putting out Christmas trees and all that garbage. Stop.
In October.
She was bouncing around the house.
Like it.
She was bouncing around the house, like doing house stuff today, and like she's like, "I'm listening to music." I'm like, "What are you listening to?" "Oh, I was listening to Christmas music." Not in my house. I don't even care if it's on headphones. We're gonna get dinged. We don't have rights to play that music. Yeah, definitely.
Somebody's rolling with disadvantage the rest of the night.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You don't know who it was?
There are no Christmas decorations up yet, but the tub of Christmas decorations is already like quivering, ready to burst open, so she can grab it all like a busted piñata.
Well, every day I wake up, there's one more Christmas item out on the living room.
Yeah,
she's like,
your wife's
see
bad.
it?
And you didn't get all your Halloween decorations up this year like you normally
I didn't. No.
So
I was
that
spending
means
too
the
much time
Christmas
cleaning out the garage.
So quit rushing the holidays. Which is what these guys are saying. Quit rushing the day counter toward their ultimate demise. So with that, we're going to get rolling tonight. There we go. Last week, the party finally lands in Governor's Den, Quentin's home, childhood home, and they begin dispersing around town looking for options on how to find the last ingredient for the cure. Quentin visits his home and spends time with his mother and father and lets them know about Hugh's fate. While the rest of the party disperses, Marsland heading to the blacksmith to get information, and Oz and Bishop going out and not threatening a shopkeeper, but not having the best time. After spending some time at the local tavern, meeting some friends of Quentin, they return to the ship, where before they got there, Marsland finds an old friend. He stays with Marsland for the night. They have a deep discussion, and he leaves, as Justinian wrote a message to try to win favor to pass beyond the gates and deeper into the lands. And that's where we leave off tonight. We already dealt with Marsland, so that means the people who wake up first. Oz, Bishop, what do you want to do?
Let's see. Gwen never told us exactly where his folks lived, right?
Nope.
Guess I'll just go up on the deck and watch as they try to repair the ship.
Okay. You arrive up there. They're all over it. You don't see the pilot that's been directing the ship at all, but you can see a lot of the other Frost Reavers hammering, repairing, some using magic to clean things up. The ship still seems to be in quite a state from the crash, and you also don't see Colton or Grizz anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait around until others start to show up.
Okay. Oz.
Do you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yay! Is it clear, or is it coming through the wrong mic? There's like five mics going.
It sounds like we're in the room with you, so it's a little echoey.
Good. What?
I'm just stating a fact.
Takes it so personal.
I am taking it personally. Oh, there it is.
Hi, USB. I found you. All right, good. I'm going to go above deck and look for Mr. Bishop.
Okay. Bishop's
I know
standing
he's usually up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's standing there, watching the Frost Reavers repair the ship.
Bishop. Let's go for a walk.
If that is what you want to do.
If you have other plans, then by all means.
I do not.
And I'm gonna make my way over to the dock.
Okay.
And start walking up the dock.
Okay. Bishop's following.
Yep.
Actually, if I could, Redcon, I'd like to leave that sending stone in my room.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
okay. Bishop.
All right.
There is something I haven't told anybody yet, and I want to make sure that it's known. Do you remember Ogopogo?
Yes, I do remember.
Now, if you recall, many of us saw a vision with dear Ogopogo. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it is definitely worth investigating. And there were hints provided about my parents. And it would be worthwhile if I at least told you, and I asked that you keep this to yourself in case something were to happen to me. Please remember the name Silverleaf. It's all I have to go off of.
I am assuming that that is your surname.
Possibly. I have Ogopogo and the strange drug-infused vision that I saw with him. And also a hint from dear Drusilla that the Silverleaf are a family of renown back in. Heck is that town called again? Arboreum. If something were to happen to me, please remember that name.
That is something I can do.
My uncle has never breathed a word about the Silverleafs. So it has me very curious. Very curious indeed. Thank you.
I would not put it past that man to have started his career by kidnapping individuals he thought he could manipulate.
Bishop, I don't know. All I have is a dream that I got from a giant frog and a woman I barely know, but respect, at the academy. Thank you. Yeah. Let's not stray too far from the docks. I don't want the party to go looking for us.
Well, unfortunately, until Quentin makes his return, we really don't know our way around this town.
No, we don't.
And we have already been kicked out of one establishment.
True. Where's your head at, Bishop?
Well, I am hoping that we do not find too much trouble in this last ingredient. But I do have issues concentrating on the task at hand when I am constantly having to look over my shoulder at your uncle and brother.
Bishop, they've done everything according to their word. Though we don't trust them, they have honored their part of the deal. I wish they'd show you a little bit more respect. A living being. I can't do anything about that, and for that I'm sorry.
It just shows their true colors. nothing that man does can be any good.
What are we even doing? Are we just waiting for the king to allow us to go too?
I am not sure how the situation will play out. Again, we are all new visitors here. Quentin would know more, as this is his hometown. So it's basically a waiting game.
What time is it, DM? It's about morning time?
It's early in the morning. Yeah.
It's about wake up time for everybody else?
No. You guys just left the ship. You only sleep 4 hours, so I'd say the sun is just now peeking up over the horizon.
Just sit around, twiddle your thumbs a bit. That's what we're doing. And hope that everything works out. Meanwhile, you've got a clock ticking away. Or I do.
We all have to rest sometime.
Well, the kind of rest I'm speaking about is more permanent.
I understand.
So be it. We wait. We wait amongst enemies who are temporary allies. What did they have to do with the kidnapping of the fellow villagers up north?
I believe Colton has more to do with the conspiracy in this plague building than he is letting on. The fact that he has worked with other co-conspirators is proof enough for me.
I agree. Hard choices ahead of us.
We already know that whoever helped manage this plague were given some sort of cure. We read that in the book. Maybe that is why your uncle does not fear it, as he should.
Maybe. Or maybe he's just a power-hungry elf.
That could be as well.
Sitting and waiting. Why not go to the king ourselves? Beats sitting around here.
Again, I am not currently aware of the customs here. I'm sure it is not wise to try to barge in on a leader of such a town.
Talk to the gods. Ask the gods if we can go speak with the king. We have a cure for the plague. Please let us see the king. Save the children. What's so hard about all of this?
Every step we have taken so far has been hard. There have been complications since the beginning.
Oh, it's right there. The Academy said, go fetch these ingredients. They're right there. Why not help? What am I talking to you about this for? Just frustrated. Not an herbalist, Bishop. And I'm going to die. And if I don't die, I'm going to be stuck with my uncle for eternity. Do you realize how long we live? That's a long time.
I know a little something of long age.
Perhaps you do. Well, maybe we can go find them. But do you think we could just start knocking on doors until we find Quentin's house?
Patience, Oz.
Think a god might know?
I'm sure that most city guards do not know who all lives in their city.
Bet Justinian does.
Ah,
Demonetized.
well, did Justinian tell us about what he was planning on doing with this?
He just said him
submitting-
and Marsden were supposed to write this letter.
No. Okay.
But Marsden didn't help.
No, not Marsden. Well,
Unfortunately, all we have left right now is to wait.
no. Just wait for the hours to pass by until something happens where we can finally talk to the king. Whether it be through a miracle of Justinian, the politics of Gwynton, or just barging in there and taking it for ourselves.
Those are the three options.
Easier to take it ourselves.
You both see people starting to fill the streets as the day gets going. It's getting more occupied in the area.
My uncle gave me a sending stone. I probably should have made mention of that to you. But it's now currently residing on the ship because magic. And I don't want him hearing me.
Well, the only thing I can say is at least he is not trying to accompany us on every little assignment. I only have so much patience.
Bishop, you know that you are a living being. It doesn't matter if he does not. Regard you, I suppose. It doesn't matter. It's just a new form of racism, but this time against one solitary person, a race.
The problem is he is a very naive individual, which makes him dangerous. I know what I was, and that I don't wish to be that again.
I understand. It can be aggravating, someone bringing up your past and making assumptions based off of them, I suppose. Let's go wake everybody up. I'm tired of waiting.
After you.
Yes. I'm gonna go
All
back
right.
up to the book.
All right.
I'm gonna start waking up, folks.
Justinian, you awaken, and this would be about the time, Marsland, your conversations happen. What do you want to do, Justinian?
Go up to the top of the ship to see if my birds come back with a message yet.
What message would you expect to come back? What was it looking for again?
It was the letter for the Lord Shallowstone to try to grant us access to Tanis.
Yeah, I would say I would say the hawk returns with nothing in its hands.
Really?
Or
Damn.
falls.
Just a piece of paper that just says WTF ...
What you want me to do with this? New bird who dis.
So I'm going to go to the Frost Reaver Armory and swap out my short sword for a long sword.
They don't, as far as they don't have like an armory. It's not that kind of ship.
Okay.
They
Well,
carry
then I
their
guess
stuff on themselves.
Okay. Well, then I guess I will go down and knock on Bishop's door and see if he's there.
Okay. As you're heading down, Marsland, you see Justinian coming down. You pass the drunkard from the night before, and you two run into each other, Marsland and Justinian.
Good morning, Justinian.
Good morning, Marcelin. How was chasing down your drunk last night?
I can't begin to explain how unexpected an experience that was. It wasn't just a drunkard, I will say that.
Fair enough. Did you and Oz get whatever information you needed off of that gentleman?
Yes, this gentleman, I've actually known since I was a small, little blue man. He helped me train as I was growing up. Comes from my land, comes from my home that no longer exists. It's funny that we would run into each other under such strange circumstances.
I'm starting to believe that there is such a thing as destiny, Marcelin.
Destiny? No, just things happen in an order of events, one thing after the other. Sometimes it is strange, yes, how they end up coming together in the end. I didn't help you with your writing that letter last night. Did you manage to get that done? I apologize.
I did send off the letter. Unfortunately, my hawk returned with no message back. It does not look like we got granted access.
Well, that means at least the message was accepted, I must assume.
I would say so.
I wouldn't immediately jump that that was a bad thing, but not encouraging.
So, Marslin, if I share something with you, do you promise not to share it with the rest of the group just yet?
We're just standing out in the hall.
Yeah.
Secrets.
Already secrets are. I feel like we're watching Survivor. There's tribes forming. Like.
But of course, always. What could be such a secret?
So I reach down and I gently pry off my pinky fingernail, and there's no blood to it at all. It just pops right off with a spark of magic, and I go, I'm gonna give this to you.
Do you want me to fix that for you? That looks incredibly painful.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm gonna give this to you, and if we
Don't
get
want your
separated
fingernail?
throughout, yes, listen, it's magic. You should
want your
appreciate
gross-
this more than anybody else in the group.
Do you not throw this in the trash where you are from?
A whole fingernail? Why would I throw this in the trash?
Is there
It's
something
part of
special
my
about
magic.
this? Am I familiar with this magic?
No.
I got your nose.
So here, just take it, and I'll show you what it does.
Please explain to me how this fingernail is magic.
Yeah, I will. Here, just take it.
He takes out like a handkerchief or something, and
Okay.
Okay, so now that he's in possession of it, I'm going to go ahead and use telepathic message in my brain and be like, I can either talk to you once per day, or I can see through your eyes as long as you possess this little piece of me. But it will disintegrate after we use it, and I won't be able to do it again for the rest of the day. And this is all in his head. He hears me say this.
That's just nasty.
that's you talking to me. I hear your voice, but I do not see your mouth moving.
Right, that was the magic, and now the fingernail's gone
Oh.
out of your handkerchief. Look.
That is fascinating. You must teach me this.
I don't think it's a wizard thing. I think it's only for clerics.
Marslin takes out his dagger and cuts his hand off.
Here, take my finger.
I think it's only something us clerics can do.
Oh my god.
I was told from a very young age that I could do whatever I set my mind to. I don't appreciate this.
Well, maybe we can go to the academy and they can tell me how I do it so that I can teach you how to do it.
Did you not study for hours in order to learn how to do this?
No. As a matter of fact, half the spells I know, I've kind of just made up as I've gone along.
Marslin is flabbergasted at this. That is... I don't understand, but I am trying to comprehend. This is quite a trick.
Well,
But
I mean, you've seen Gwenton cast spells before, and he doesn't read them out of a book.
I don't know what Quentin does in his private time. I always assumed he was just putting on a show of not liking books, and then he would go into his bedroom at the end of the night and then study up. Are you telling me that's not what happens?
I don't think so. I don't have a spell book, Marslin. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I didn't learn this. Anyway, you already used up the nail. Are you going to pull another one off?
No, I can only do it once a day. And so to teach you how that was magic, I just used up my once per day.
I would have believed you if you just told me.
You seem to be getting really excited, so
Well, that is a cool trick.
it's amazing how fast you and Oz both get excited, but Quentin and Bishop are very calm all the time, no matter what's happening.
I'm not sure if Bishop is programmed to get excited, to be honest.
But what he's gone so far beyond whatever a thing could be programmed to be. He has his own thoughts. he forms them. He forms his own opinions on things.
This is true. But emotions are different than thoughts, no?
This is true. I wonder if he does get emotional.
I always thought it was odd how they used to, back in Roshan, try and have the artificers who try to make mechanical contraptions that had feelings. So it seemed unnatural.
One of my friends back in Smyrna made this giant metal dog type contraption that follows him around everywhere, but it doesn't think, it doesn't articulate, it doesn't process what his emotions are, and Bishop has processed everyone in the group's emotions. He's told Oz to calm down before, he's told you to slow down and think before you speak. I mean,
Was the dog's name Spot by chance?
no, it was Rusty.
Well, there's ways of cleaning up the rust. Oh, the name was Rusty.
Yes.
Oh, I got you now.
Bringing dad jokes.
But yeah, so I'll hold out my finger and I'll see. Look, the fingernail's already starting to grow back. I'll be fine.
So come another day, you'll tear your fingernail off again.
My understanding is I can do it with a lock of my hair. I can do it with a tooth.
You could have done it with your hair and you ripped the fingernail off. What is wrong with you?
Well, I figure I would look really weird without hair. I mean,
Can't you just wave your hand and have it reassemble?
well, no, it's my material component for casting. Just like you need materials to cast. Like I need materials to cast too.
You'd rip a tooth out?
It grows back.
I do not understand. What?
I've still got
magic.
halberd wounds on my chest from Oz's brother stabbing me to death.
This all sounds quite preposterous. Anyway, I'm sure this will come in quite handy.
I'm sure it will too.
Why do you want me to keep this a secret?
Oz doesn't trust me. He seems to be worried about what my intentions are.
I'm not sure Oz fully trusts anybody, to be honest.
Fair. I mean, if I'm on the same footing as everybody else in the group, then I guess I'm fine.
But, as you request, I will keep it a secret. If you ever wish me to not keep it a secret, just say the word.
Okay, I will. Mental note, I will never say the word ever out loud.
Arsenal just immediately, I have something to say. Well, where are you off to now?
I'd like to go buy a better sword. But I wanted to
currently.
Huh?
What's wrong with the one you have currently?
Nothing. It's just a short sword, and I'd like to get a long sword.
Didn't you do
Something
that last week when you sold a bunch of stuff?
Oh, okay. Yes. I thought that we had to still act it out. I apologize.
Nope.
Okay.
So minor stuff like that we just take care of. In the
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Well,
shopping episode.
Right.
You got time to kill.
Well, I guess it's probably time to find Bishop and Oz, because I haven't seen Gwenton return yet.
I don't think we anticipated Quentin returning to the ship over the night. Yes, let's go find the rest of them.
So we head up to the deck.
Okay. Quentin, you awaken in your family home, and you smell the smell of bacon and eggs and ham and all sorts of stuff. Just it fills your nose as you kind of stretch and wake up for the day. Give a quick cough.
Oh man, I haven't smelled a breakfast like that in feels like ages.
Anything for my boy? And there's
Thanks,
there's
Mom.
quite a spread laid out.
I'll just go up, give her a hug, and then sit down and start eating.
She just kind of stands there, and you can see her eyes are definitely wet, and she just watches you eat. Are you sure you don't want to stay?
Oh, I would love to stay. I really would. But like I said last night, I got friends I need to try helping with this as well.
But you have so little time left. Why
I
not
know.
we already lost one son.
Having that little time left is even more of a reason to not to hurry to try to get everything we need.
She just turns her back to you, and your dad kind of sets down the morning scroll he was reading and rolls it up on the table. You know your mother feels or just wants the best for you, son.
Oh, I know she does, Dad. But I also need to do what's best for my friends and myself. I can't let this disease beat us. It's not just us that has to worry about, it's the entire islands.
But I heard you coughing again. Sounds like it's getting worse.
Well, I can promise you it's not getting any better right now. But I can't let that stop me.
If you pass, how will we even find out?
I have a friend who can't get sick. I will ask him to send you guys a letter. However, I will try my hardest not to have that happen.
Why can't you? Why can't you just do what he does? What does he do to not be sick? Why can't you do that too?
Do you want me to literally not be human or dwarven?
I don't understand.
He's I'm forgetting what they are right now. He's a warforge, as far as I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a warforge.
And your mother just, you see her wipe her eyes, and she just leaves the room. She stops in the doorway. Come back to us, Quentin. And then she exits into another room. Well, I'm sure your friends are waiting for you.
Thanks for breakfast, and I promise I'll come back. I'll write to you more often.
You better. He gets up and walks you to the door. Reaches and grabs you in a big bear hug. You feel your lungs compress. You come back to me, son. You all come back.
We'll save everyone that we can.
And he tussles your hair and wipes a tear from his eye as he looks down at you. Besides, you owe us grandkids one day.
There's plenty of time for that still.
And he grabs his beard and looks at yours. Is there?
Yes, there is.
He flashes you a sly smile. We'll always be here for you, Quentin.
Take care of Mom.
She'll be inconsolable for a few days at least.
Well, don't let her stay down too long about this. I'll let you guys know as soon as we get cured.
You better.
So if you hear a little voice in your head, it might not be your conscience next time.
Okay, son.
And with that, I'll turn around and head to the tavern / bar.
Okay. You walk through the streets are starting to fill up a bit, and I'll change this because people are coming out and about and going about their business. They're, nodding and waving to you as you walk through the town. As you get closer to the city center to head off to where the tavern is, you see what you haven't seen in a long time, which is one of the town criers. These submissions are in. The choice will be announced by Lord Shadowstone in the morning, followed by the chosen winner having an immediate meeting afterwards. Gather and enjoy the stories submitted. And they continue.
Can I go up to him and read the stories?
Up to the town crier?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any stories on him.
What? You said he has stories to read.
No, Lord.
I kind of got that from what
Okay,
you said.
I get what you're coming from.
Okay, I'll keep making my way through the tavern.
Lord Shadowstone has the stories.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Okay. You go into the tavern, and it's moderately busy for what time of morning it is.
Good old alcoholics.
Yeah, dwarves. You got to get your pregame before work in the mines, right?
Right?
That's like not unnatural to you, of people drinking in the morning before heading to the mines.
Oh, I know. It's unnatural to Oz, though, because he yelled at me back in...
Uh-huh.
But I'll go up to the barkeep and ask and describe, Bishop and Oz and Marsland to see if... Because it's a tavern / inn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if they were there last night.
Oh, they are there, all right. Right here. And then the blue one came in, reeking to high heavens with some awful smell. Ran him out, I did.
Oh, yeah. You want to know what he calls that? Biblicore. Terrible.
I heard some... I don't want to smell anything like that again. You smell awful.
Well, when you're not used to it, I would say that's pretty accurate.
Hard on the nose.
Best way to do is just clog some nose up there.
What can I get you this morning?
I just want to see if they checked in at all, but you said that you ran them out, so...
Didn't stay here.
Oh, I might know where they are then. And I'll put down a gold coin. This is for your trouble with them last night. And I'll start making my way to the ship.
All right. All right, the rest of you, we'll go back to Oz and Gwenton. You were heading back to the ship?
Oz and Bishop?
Bishop.
Oz and Bishop, sorry.
Yes, we were heading back to the ship. Oz wanted to wake everybody up.
Okay, so I would say you run into Justinian and Marslin there.
Echo. There's an echo somewhere.
Sorry. There. I'd like to go up to my room and go grab the sending stone before I forget that at an inconvenient moment.
Okay.
There. And then I'm gonna just start knocking on doors.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's
Well,
door.
you ran into us heading out.
Did I?
Isn't that what you said, Dresden?
Yep. Yep. You run into him.
Let me go grab something from my room, and then I'll be ready to depart. Where are we going, anyway?
Gwenton was to meet us at the tavern.
Did he say that?
We were all going to rendezvous before he decided to stay with his parents.
No. I don't remember that. He must have been thinking about something else.
Marslin, none of your book perfume when we go into the tavern today.
He's reaching into his bag, getting ready.
Wait,
Oh,
where's
okay.
where is Marslin? What did you do to that man that we brought to the house, to the room?
Didn't you say he...
No, he did some stuff to that man.
Wait, I thought you had said that he was gonna just head back into town.
Wait, you guys brought him back on the ship?
Yeah, they brought a drunkard back on the ship.
Is he still alive?
Jeff knows that.
What did you
Justinian
do to
doesn't.
him, Marslin?
He is still alive. He is in fact a person from my past.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
It
Okay.
is just shockingly so.
I mean, so where is he now? I mean, he was drunk, and now he is gone.
Well, he spent the night in my room. He sobered up.
He's a good friend, then, I see.
Yes, I trained with him since I was a young little lad, about maybe a little shorter than Gwynton. We had said he was just heading back into town, right?
Yep. He left and went back into town early
Yeah.
this morning.
He sobered up quite well, and he ventured back into the town.
Tell me on the doll where the drunkard touched you.
Oz, you are off to a rowdy start this morning.
Well, I was a little curious about what he had to say. Talking about the gods coming back.
Yes, there's a... Are we in a private spot at all?
I mean,
You're just on the deck.
We're on we're on the deck of the ship.
Bishop
I'd
is
rather-
just looking from one. His head just keeps tilting back and forth between you two.
I'd rather discuss what we discussed this morning. Not here. Perhaps
Bishop,
once
I'm
we-
sorry I didn't tell you this morning. I didn't think it was important because he was drunk, and people say stupid things when they're drunk.
Oh, I saw you with him on your shoulder when you arrived at the ship. I just ignored it.
Yes. Well, he's left.
He has left, indeed.
This
Once
there
we're in a more private location, I'll show you more details with what we discussed about.
Oh, secrets.
You know, Marcelin, you're getting quite good at being discreet. I enjoy it.
You know, I had spent much of my youth learning. I like to think that I can continue to do it.
Wait, what do you
Somebody-
mean being discreet? I don't understand. This man can't keep a secret for this. It's his fault that they were chasing me all throughout New Smyrna.
That was quite some time ago. These customs of yours here, not what I was used to, but
To be exact,
I'm learning.
that was like 5 days ago, if we're counting.
Please
It
do
was
not
much longer ago than that.
Please do not use my name in public. Please use the name Helga. I seem to remember this quite clearly. And then all of a sudden, right in front of my uncle, hello, Oz. So, Justinian, I don't know where you're getting your facts, but it's clearly not founded in anything in truth because this man cannot keep a secret. Right?
If you say so.
And I don't mean that with any disrespect. I just would never trust you with a secret. So, now, with all that being said, we have a drunk who is talking about the gods. Now is not the time to talk to them about them. So, to the tavern? Is the tavern a quiet enough place to talk about it?
Absolutely. Tavern sounds great. I was really enjoying myself there last night.
I will have to behave myself. Do you think they'll let me back into the tavern?
As
Maybe
long as you don't spray your perfume, you should be fine.
As long as you don't smell like an old moldy book.
I guess I will not spray my perfume, even though it does smell incredibly good and it brings me such joy. I don't get why you all don't appreciate the wonderful aroma. Anyway.
Muslin, it's because when I smell it, I feel like a torch is going to ignite some foul liquid somewhere.
That's how you know it's the good stuff.
Oh.
To the tavern!
To the tavern!
All right. You head over to the tavern. As you walk inside, the bartender there. Nope, not in here.
No. He smells a lot better today, I promise.
You can take a whiff. I will restrain myself.
And he puts, like, his arms are massive, and he puts both elbows up on the counter, and he just looks at you and just waves you over.
Me?
Yeah.
I walk over. I'm staying out of arm's reach of him.
He leans in and just. Don't you be spraying that in here.
If I spray it enough, I think I could make you come around to the smell, but I won't do that today.
His
Baby
eyes
steps.
just narrow down.
That smell is the smell of knowledge. Years, decades, centuries, millennia of knowledge.
What can I help you with?
Well, I, for one, would like some breakfast and a strong ale if I could. One might even say a stout ale.
Anyone else?
We are looking for a friend of ours to return here.
What friend would that be?
One Gwynton.
We're looking for a dwarf.
And he just turns and looks at Oz. And just like, you can tell the words are trying to process what you just said, where you said it. There's a dwarf. Another one.
Oh, that's not him.
And without even breaking a gaze, he points over. There's two more.
Nope, not them.
There's one.
Well, nope,
Over,
not them.
over there's one.
No.
We are looking for a Gwynton stout ale.
Yes, that dwarf.
He was in here earlier.
Did we like pass each other?
It just depends on what route they took versus what route you took.
True.
Because they don't know their way around the city. So it's one of these. Maybe if you wait around a bit, you'll come back. Eat, drink, be merry, for tomorrow you may die.
That
Death
is
counter
for
just
certain.
goes.
That's an awful way to live.
And he goes back and he grabs some breakfast out and a stout ale. And then for the breakfast, and the ale be 5 silver.
All right, there you are, my good sir.
Enjoy. What are the rest of you doing?
Bishop just looks defeated.
Are you just gonna sit and wait?
Yep.
Okay. Quentin, you make it to the ship. They're not on the ship. Where are you gonna go after this?
I'm going to attempt to use. Let me roll that D100. 35.
You're good.
Okay. You speaking, and I'm gonna talk to Bishop. Like, where the hell do you guys keep going?
We're at the tavern.
I'm gonna start making my way back towards the tavern.
Okay.
Yes, Bishop, I know we're at the tavern. I walked in here with you and ordered food.
I imagine
Ooh.
if he responds to me, he doesn't have to talk, right?
Do I?
When I use sending, do they have to verbally respond, or is it just like a mental response?
It's a mental response. So it goes
Oh,
to
okay.
one person.
Never mind then.
No, you're good. I wasn't sure if how it worked either.
But that's up to Bishop. Bishop may not respond like that.
True.
Yeah,
So
I probably
Bishop-
would have said it out loud.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Bishop has already said it out loud. Okay.
We're at the tavern.
So my statement stands.
Yep.
I know. We're here with you.
Just head drops.
So, Quentin, you head back. The rest of you stay in the tavern. Couple hours, because it does take time to. I mean, it's a decent sized place, and Quentin has short legs. So, Quentin.
Oh, Oz! Look at my new longsword, Oz. I'll hand it off to him. My dwarven longsword.
That's cute.
My blade's bigger than yours is.
I'm not sure how to react to that. Justinian.
He's got this 6-foot pike on his back.
Well, you do what you want to do if you're capable of handling that. I don't know too many clerics who use such long swords.
You know, me neither, but I mean, I've only ever met a handful of clerics, and usually they're all like Macy type guys, like, and just blunt force trauma. I don't know, seems uncivilized.
And then I'll reach over and whisper into his ear, they also don't have horns. There's a lot of very peculiar things about you, Justinian.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe that Iona at the academy didn't know what she was talking about. But I mean, I have a god. He speaks to me. He gives me power. I mean, it seems cleric.
Did the god correct you and say you're not a cleric? You're a
He
paladin?
has not.
I mean, paladins wear swords, from my understanding. Maybe you're a paladin.
Maybe I am a paladin.
What's your oath?
Find the missing pieces of the sword, protect the sword from falling into the wrong hands. Maybe I am a paladin.
I don't know a thing about paladins. I know they wear a lot of armor, and it's very restricting. And I run circles around them.
I don't wear any armor anymore. I create my own.
I'm very confused. You are an anomaly.
Says the man that grew up on the giant flying ship and grows wings or tentacles every time he gets a little angry.
Also
And
fur
titties.
and breasts. Grown many things. Yes, many things. I've also lost many things, much to my dismay.
You know, if you'd have told me 2 months ago that I would be sitting in a tavern across the ocean from my home with powers and friends like you guys, man, if I die finding the cure for the rest of the world, I'll die happy that I did something with this life.
Justinian, the entire reason that I'm done what I've done is so that you wouldn't die.
Oh, I understand that, Oz, and I appreciate it.
Oh,
but I mean,
I'm sorry.
the-
I didn't
the
understand.
gift that we could give the world of finding the cure, I mean, it's amazing. And you're amazing for the sacrifice you've made to make that happen.
Did you write that in the letter to Lord Shallowstone?
Actually, a little bit, you know, I did tell him that, you know, like we got, you know, a dragon to give us his blessing for one of the ingredients. But it paled in comparison to getting the Lord Shallowstone to agree to help us get the last ingredient we need. I'm really surprised I didn't hear anything back.
It might work.
I'm just imagining with that roll, it was a bunch of scribbles and like child's drawings.
There's like a dragon with an arrow pointing to it.
Well, somebody was supposed to help me, but he decided that beating up a drunk with Oz, a drunk that he knew, was a better plan.
You
So,
weren't beating up the drunk.
Oz said he carried him unconscious back onto the ship.
He drunk himself into a coma and he fell flat on his face. What do you
Oh,
want us
okay.
to do about that? Do you think Oz would just beat up a random stranger in this? Don't answer that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I have seen it.
Pretty much how he turned into Helga the first time.
That wasn't my fault.
so
All right.
Bishop. No, sorry, go ahead.
Gwynton
No, you're
walks
fine.
in to the tavern. You see your compatriots there.
Thank gods.
I'll walk up to him. What the hell did you guys do to get kicked out of here last night?
Bishop just
Well.
points to Marsland.
We all look at Marsland.
Right, yeah. Like literally just
Since when did everybody get such fragile noses? You're supposed to be a bunch of stout, hearty folk here who can't handle a little bit of smell. I don't get it.
You ever stop to think that maybe your smell doesn't please most creatures you might run into,
Every single person I grew up with
or
would
you're
have loved
attracting
this
the
smell.
wrong kind?
Quite frankly, I don't care what you smell like. I've fought things that smelt worse than you, but
Thank you, Oz.
certainly
I
not
think-
something I'd rather have
Is that a
around while
compliment?
I'm eating. I mean, it's not-
Oh, if I could eat that smell, I would.
Were you guys able to meet up with Nora and Cole last night?
We were.
That is the best.
Yes, we tried. We found out that there might be a better way of trying to legally enter the area. Justinian wrote a story and sent it off last night.
Quentin, you're fully aware of this favor event that happens every month. It's happened for a very long time.
I was made aware of it after, though. After you guys wrote it. Definitely didn't know about it, like, before.
I don't think I wrote the letter very well because I did not hear anything back.
Well, typically you wouldn't hear back. He receives the letters and then he reads them all. They make a big show out of it. That's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh. Do we wait the extra day?
Well, if you guys want to do it this way, we can, and it can take an extra day to stock up on supplies with the way Cole and Nora might be able to try to get us in.
She was not very susceptible to that. There was some disagreement between the two.
Yeah, Nora always tries to keep Cole straight. She was always like that as we were kids. However, these times, if it doesn't work, there needs to be other ways because, most of us do not have all the time left.
I agreed we needed to try a legal method first. But if that does not succeed, we must do what we must do.
I agree. I have absolutely no qualm with trying to do it through the Lord first. Do I know if how often people get passage then? Or is it just typically small favors around town?
The Lord's favor is something that it could be anything from financial to paying for a trip overseas or something. It's just a variety of favors that they end up granting for the person. So it's
okay. So Gwenton probably wouldn't hear often people going to Tempest.
You would hear next to never. Like it's just not something.
Okay. Look, unfortunately, I don't hear people going to that deserted place as a favor, so I wouldn't keep your hopes up.
Oh, was I supposed to tell him that the last ingredient was in Tanis in the story?
What exactly did you say in your story?
Well, I just explained that we'd gotten the 4 ingredients, including getting Azeroth the Eternal's blessing to take one of the ingredients, and that we needed Lord Shallowstone to grant us access to the area that the last ingredient was in. I didn't specify what area. I figured that would be dangerous, because if he says no, he might put extra guards out to be looking for us.
But what if he goes to... What if you win in this and you tell him where you want to go and he throws us in jail?
Why would he throw us in jail if I win?
For wanting to go to a place that he is forbidden? He doesn't like to let people go there for a reason?
Right, but the whole idea is to win the favor and then you ask for the favor.
You winning a favor and him granting the favor are not the same thing.
So he's denied the favors of people that have won before?
How many people... I've never heard of anyone trying to get to where we're trying to go as a favor.
Oh, okay.
So I would believe it's highly possible that he would deny going there in retrospect for something else, such as travel to somewhere that's not forbidden from him.
Oh, okay. Well, so I should have asked in the story so that he could throw me in jail during the ceremony.
Well, you don't have to be there for the ceremony.
I don't.
He'll let you. Trust me. If you win, you'll know.
You have to be there.
Oh, do you?
Sorry, we didn't discuss this
Oh.
beforehand.
You dirty son of a bitch.
My failing. I'm just letting it roll, and I'm correcting you as it goes.
Okay. Okay.
Because
But I mean, like-
we didn't go into details about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I would think the worst he could do is still say no if I win, and then I can just ask for something else.
You're bold to assume the worst he can do is a simple no.
Why would he arrest me for asking for a favor that I won? I mean,
He would be arresting you for trying to get to a place that he's forbidden.
Has everyone forgotten that we're trying to cure the plague?
no, I put that in the letter. That we need his help to get the last ingredient to cure the plague, and that he would be his story of helping us get the last ingredient would be spread far and wide amongst the Isles. I mean, like, I know why I wrote it.
Can I write a message to the king? Dear Lord Shadowspark, we have a cure for the plague.
I'm impressed he remembered the name.
Right, me too.
Rage.
Lord Shadowspark, we have a cure for the plague. We require access to Temptus. What is it called again? Septus? I keep wanting to call it the Harry Potter.
There we go. There's the Oz we all know and love.
This.
It's like tennis.
Tannis Scepter, not Sectum Sempra. Okay.
Tannis Semprum.
It's not Sectum Sempra. Got it. Tannis
Abracadabra.
Bishop's just
Intense
over there
spectrum.
banging his metal head against the wall.
Please allow us access to, looking at the map, Tannis Scepter.
We're still in the Spiritwoods Forest, right?
Might as well be with the way this is going.
We will await your reply here in the tavern. Thank you.
So all of that was written in the letter?
Can we write that, Justinian?
Absolutely. And I pull out a piece of parchment and my ink and quill, and I just start writing it.
And please sign it, Ozeldorf Frost.
And Ozeldorf Frost. All right. It's written.
Do you know who my uncle is?
That kind of felt like a, do you know who my father is? Like, but I roll it up and I stick it in my hawk's talons and I tell him to go deliver it.
Oh no.
The
You
hawk
need another performance?
just. You see
This
the
is the last
barkeep.
we ever
he's,
seen of the hawk.
he's just his head is buried in his hands.
Why? What did I do?
Oh,
He said the bird
That's
out
a
in the tavern.
out in my tavern.
Someone
I
shit on my bread.
I would
Which
have
is
walked
worse,
to the
the
door and
smell
let
or
it
the
go.
bird?
Do you need another performance roll from me?
No, it's too. It already happened. It's-
Okay.
Really can't take you guys anywhere.
I mean, we're sitting here strategizing in a tavern. as to how we're going to access a forbidden area when we're trying to cure
Oz,
the plague.
shut
Can you please
up.
stop yelling so loud? You're hurting my ears.
Why are you feeling the need to enunciate to the entire tavern what you're talking about?
How full is the tavern?
Moderately.
Quite a few
People are
people
starting
in
to
there.
filter out, and they're starting to filter out and go to work and stuff.
I don't understand. May I have some bread?
I'll
I
just
feel like
pick a piece
I'm
of
gonna look over at the barkeep. May I have some bread, please?
Get out.
He doesn't respond to you at all.
Uh-huh.
Please?
AFK for a sec.
Sir, may we please get some bread for the table? Excuse my friends.
He just turns around and walks into the back.
Oh my god. We are so not welcome in this town.
Most dwarves take their grain in liquid form in the morning.
Comes back with a bunch of beer.
I mean, I can get food here, correct?
So, Quentin,
Looking over at Justinian's meal.
No, he brought that himself.
You, at that time, you feel something hit you in the back of the head. You and Marslin both, as you look down and see a roll rolling across the floor for both of you. And he's just got that wide-eyed. If you know what I'm talking about, it's the Samuel L. Jackson look, where he just looking at you.
These
Thank you.
motherfuckers.
Thank you. Oh,
which
patient
tankard's
barkeep.
yours? The one that says bad mother on it. Oh. So Gwenton, Oz brought up an interesting point. He thinks that I might be a paladin instead of a cleric.
Well, I don't think you're a cleric if you're casting spells without first having a connection with a god.
But I do have a connection with a god. For honest, we talked about this.
Yes, but you're casting spells before you knew about that connection.
Right. So he blessed me early. I mean,
that's not how that works.
oh, okay. Well, anyways, I took an oath to protect the hilt of the sword and to find the pieces of the sword, and Oz says that oaths are paladin things. What do you think?
I mean, they could be. I don't know much about paladins or warlocks, or basically it's warlocks. I know about wizards because of Marsden, and I have a friend who's a sorcerer.
Can you explain to me a little bit more in detail how you first started casting magic, Justinian?
Yeah. So, long story short, bunch of guards that I was assigned to watch over and report back on, because the town guard thought they were dicks, were dicks, and they tried to beat up an old man that had horns and fur on his face, and they were going to kill him. And I interceded on his behalf, but he still died. And before he died, he handed me this broken hilt of a sword and said, promise to protect the innocent, promise to protect the sword, find the missing pieces of the sword. I said yes, and I woke up looking how I look sometimes. And then when situations came up, I started just sporadically casting spells to protect myself or to knock people away from me. And now that I went to the academy and I made the connection with Ferondis, now I can control them. And I'm learning more about my powers every day.
This is the darndest thing. The drunkard that we ran into the other night. Last night. Wow, time. Your story kind of reminds me of how he's got his powers. Vlag or Glav, depending on, I guess, his multiple personalities that he's going by, whichever one it happens to be in the moment. What was he again? He's a warlock. It sounds to me kind of like you're a warlock.
But can warlocks like shoot bolts that knock people on their butts out of their hands?
Well, I don't see why not.
And can warlocks just have like tendrils shoot out of them and whack people with them?
How deep would my knowledge of warlocks go, DM?
Probably pretty deep because your friend there, like you hung out with him a lot, so
Yeah.
you kind of know the whole world there.
Yeah, this is all checking out.
Warlock. That sounds pretty cool compared to cleric. I mean, and then paladin sounds so serious, but warlock, like that's a guy that you could hang out in a tavern with and have a drink. Justinian the Warlock. I like it. We're gonna say I'm a warlock.
Wait, what's the difference between a warlock and a cleric?
How you get your powers.
Is us asking this in character or no?
Sure.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you anymore.
You should be able to hear me. How about
There
now?
we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're just quiet.
no. What's the difference between a warlock and a cleric?
It's all about how you get your powers. Like wizards get them from reading books. Clerics get them from praying to God and spreading their religion around.
And with our friend Justinian here, as soon as he made that pact with the fellow he came in contact with and received the hilt, that seems to have been the moment that spurred it.
So that sounds like you're a cleric.
No.
Well, no, because Quentin says you have to pray first and then you get the powers. I didn't start praying until I got the powers.
It's you're worried a little bit too much about minor details, Oz.
Either
What
way,
else do we have to do? We
Quentin's
have to
blessed
wait
by
for-
a god. I'm blessed by a god.
Marzin reads a book.
I get
Marcel
my
reads a
powers
book.
when I get angry.
Right. And Bishop just punches things really, really well.
Bishop is power.
Yes.
Except when you're fighting oops. Then he is a pile of rusty bolts. I say that in the most happiest of terms. Next time we fight a big pile of ooze, we will keep Bishop back. He can.
Yes, I could have just let it eat your flesh off your face.
Well, Gaz would have had a very difficult time of preparing that. Yes, but anyway, power. See, Bishop, power. Oz, angry.
Is this how we're really spending our time now?
Well,
I mean, you have anything better to do?
yeah, I mean, we've got until tomorrow morning, Bishop. Is there something in town that you want to do?
Quentin had mentioned getting supplies.
Okay. Like horses or food?
Food would probably be a good one. However, we should probably check it with Cole to see what he would need us to get. Did they tell you where they would be last night? Also, have you guys taken your second dose of the tonic?
You've
No,
given
you told us
our
every 7
second dose?
days.
I haven't been given a second dose, have I?
Yes, I have.
It's-
Rifling through my stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys take it on the third day? It's the 11th day.
I think I took mine on the 4th day.
What day is it now?
I thought we all took ours on the 4th day.
I'm very.
Either way, you didn't take it today.
Right. Are they ready for us to take?
I haven't
Yes.
been given.
Oz and Justinian took yours on the 4th day. Marslin took his on the 6th day.
Okay.
So,
So,
all right, so
I'll-
Oz and I are due.
I'll reach into the bag of holding and give Justinian, Marzin, and Oz one.
You've been holding on to this?
Yes, they've been brewing in the bag of holding.
You can brew in there?
What did you think we were doing in Quentin's cabin this whole time?
Realize that.
I mean,
Didn't
from our
realize
previous
that he had them
conversation, you
done.
were praying, I guess. I don't know.
I assumed they would have been given to us immediately once they
So
were done.
DM, I knock mine back while they're talking about it.
I'm gonna take a sip of it and have some bread from the roll after I knock it on the table a little bit, nice and soft.
We might as well get back in sync with all of you.
Well, I say good job, Lieutenant Bishop. Your bag of holding brewing.
So Marsland, did you take yours as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just making updates to my notes.
Same.
Oh, I'm not keeping track of your guys' dates. I'm just keeping track of how many I have.
I'm not going to keep track of that. Apparently, we aren't given them.
Each set takes 7 days. So basically, on the day you guys need to take it again, they're ready. Now, did Cole and Nora tell you where you could contact them?
They said they were going to be back here, right? I'm trying to remember.
Yes,
I don't believe they said. I don't think they said at all.
Please hold while we go watch the last 10 minutes of the episode.
Right. We need to start doing our own bonus action rewatch.
For some reason, I thought they said that if we needed them, we can find them here. But
It's either there or around.
Yeah, they're going to be around. I mean, they're not going to hang out in the tavern all the time, but they'll be around.
What do you think? There's some drunkards? I'll ask the barkeep if he's seen Nora, because her hair stuck out pretty well.
No, I hadn't seen him today.
Okay, I need to try to go find her then. I said we gotta head out and try and find them, you guys. If Oz and Marsden just sitting there done eating.
I imagine I'm done eating. I mean, I ordered my food before you even got here, so.
I can take my roll on the run.
I feel like you have a hoard of bread, Oz.
Like bread. Especially soft bread.
Well, just make sure you pay the man, and I'll meet you guys outside. And I'll walk out and start. Bishop, come here. I need a bird's eye view.
I will pay the
Immediately.
barkeep with silver.
head outside of the
A
tavern.
copper for a roll.
Okay, I will pay him a copper. Copper.
All right, you all pay your dues, exit. What do you want to do?
Is there anything you guys need to buy? You need to stock up on any potions or anything, Marsland? We need it. Best thing to do be move and look for him.
If you got a list, let's 80s montage it and just put it in the chat, and we'll figure out the money stuff later.
Okay, but yeah, so we walking around looking for those two as the day goes.
Okay,
And then if it's
you
a-
do not find them through the course of the day.
Quentin, do you happen to have any friends in town that would be willing to loan me a magic item?
I don't know if anybody I know would loan somebody a magic item that they don't know, whether they
What,
know
but
me or
know
not.
you.
No, because if they know me doesn't mean they know you. I barely know you.
But you've saved my life so many times already.
I also saved the Frost Reaver's life. Doesn't mean I like him.
All right, fair point. And just gonna open up my book and
Winton may be getting mad at me.
What kind of magic item were you looking for?
So I've run out of the ability to cast my more powerful spells, so something that would maybe like hold a spell until I needed it.
I mean, there is a place you can go and try to buy a ring of storing or some type of storing device.
Wait,
Sounds incredibly expensive.
It's definitely not cheap, especially here. It's probably going to run you more than any of us have.
I know you are new at adventuring, Justinian, but for most of us that have done it for some time, we either find magical items or we get money and we buy magical items. Since I
Right,
have
and
known
you
you,
guys
you
gave
have
me, like-
asked.
You guys gave me like 80 gold when I first went on an adventure with you, and I mean, that's the most money I've ever had in my life.
80 gold will get you about maybe quarter of a horse.
Well, what I
Large
do
head.
with a quarter
I'm
of
trying to
a
remember how much we paid for the horse and carriage. But yeah,
what would I do with a quarter of a horse?
You tell me why you buy a quarter of a horse.
It's like a unicycle.
But
I didn't ask about a quarter of a horse.
unfortunately, Justinian, 80 gold isn't really much money when it comes to terms of magical items.
You need to be thinking on the order of thousands of gold.
You can store magic inside of a magic item, inside of an item? A magic
Yeah,
item?
my mom's got this little tiny marble, and she can store like one spell in it or something. It's really cool.
There are items that you can store spells in, Oz. They come in different shapes and sizes depending on what kinds of spell or what you need it to look like.
Like this. And Marsland just takes out a wand.
You've got a rope. Can you store a spell in a rope?
A magic rope.
It's a rope.
No, it's not. It needs to be like. Imagine they need to be enchanted, right? It's
There
an
are
enchanted.
enchanted ropes.
Well, I mean like the act of spell storing is like an enchantment on objects.
I have a flute.
You have a flute of.
Yes. Much. And then
Yeah, I know what you have. I gave it to you.
Just started playing the flute.
What time of day is it?
It's getting into the afternoon at this point.
Let's check. Try to go back to the tavern and look for him. If not, I'll use setting to have him meet us tomorrow. We should head back to the ship.
How far is Tanis if we have to walk, Quentin?
No idea. I don't
He
even
wouldn't
really know how.
He's never been there.
From what I've heard from the couple of people I've talked to, I don't know exactly, but it sounds like it's a somewhat treacherous walk through a desert.
Bishop, have you ever been there before?
He murdered thousands there one day.
Not that I remember.
Hey, Quentin, can I see the map real quick?
I'll pull out the map.
Okay.
I'm gonna like unroll it, and I'm gonna try to figure out like, okay, if it takes me this long to walk across Governor's Den, because I've done that already. It took me this long to walk from the southmost part of Governor's Den to the northmost part, then try to figure out the distance to even the gate.
Plot twist. It's longer than it is wide.
1 second.
Do you have a compass? Then roll of disadvantage -10.
Do you need me to roll an investigation or a perception or something?
I need you to roll a survival.
Okay. 18.
Okay. From the look of it, if you were just going to take it across normal lands or normal like walking conditions, you would estimate that travel up to the gate is probably going to take about 2 days by foot and another 3 days from the gate to Cinderbloom.
Okay, so I relay that to all of you. I think it's about a 5-day walk if it's, normal walking conditions.
And
So
nothing attacks us. Nothing
Right.
bad happens.
Right.
No one gets swallowed by a worm.
Stop reading my notes.
But as much as we run away, we should get there in half the time.
I don't know about you, but I'm even slower when I have my armor on. You think I'm slow now?
Has anybody else heard of the bugs with spikes out there? They sound mean.
Bugs with spikes.
So what about renting horses or renting a horse-pulled wagon?
Do you think there's wagons going to Forbidden Lands all the time? Just on a daily.
Well, no, but it's not forbidden for the first 2 days. So foot travel. So I mean, I imagine that a wagon would get us to the gate within a day.
Why would
No, go ahead.
most people who are going to be going to the gate would probably be trying to get past it? Do you really think they're just going to let people go to the gate?
Well, no, but I imagine that we're going to have to skirt around the gate. But if we can speed up our travel up north in any way, shape, or form, wouldn't it be worth it to save the day's travel?
I believe this is something we need to speak to Cole about.
I'm just. It's
He
56
has made
good.
a trip.
96 good. 96 passes, right? For casting a spell.
Do what?
96 pass for casting a spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use it to talk to Cole and tell him to get his ass to the tavern.
Okay. I'm a little busy taking care of something right now. What do you need?
Oh,
My God.
This is not a DM dodge, by the way. This is
oh,
part of what's in the story.
There's a 29 pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sitting again? Would like to talk about other possible arrangements navigating to where.
Tomorrow at the tavern after the announcement.
Thumbs up emoji. Okay, Cole, meet us at the tavern tomorrow after the announcement's done. So, succeed or fail, we'll do something to get there. So, we get dinner and then get back to ship and turn in for the night. Do I know about what time it happens in the morning?
It's just past sunup. It's not like super early in the morning. People get out and about, but it's before noon.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody going to bed, or? Okay.
you know what?
I am fine with going to bed.
I'm going to ask Colton if he happens to have a way for me to store spells that I could borrow on this adventure, since we can't take him with us. I would like something that would make me a little bit more powerful, and I will return it.
Okay, so you go and ask him. He's there. What can I do for you?
I'm just looking for something that can maybe make my spells like hold in spells or in reserve, or maybe something that makes my spells more powerful. And I figured, you being the captain of the ship and having been around, maybe you'd have something that I could borrow.
Oh, I definitely have things in my collection that check those boxes for you.
Would you be willing to loan me one?
For your soul.
Absolutely not. Why would I take something of such value for my personal collection and just hand it to someone who is a friend of my son?
I'm not just his friend. I'm one of the people that's going to be keeping him alive to bring back to you.
Yes, or you'll take it to the nearest shop owner and sell it and live a life of luxury in some bar somewhere.
The little bit of gold that I have in my pocket is more than I could have made in 10 years. I have no interest in stealing your property for gold. I only am asking to borrow to keep Oz and the rest of the group alive.
I don't think that would be prudent from my point of view.
That's fair.
Well,
If you don't care about Oz as much as you claim to, you spend an awful lot of time trying to find him just to let him walk off into a dangerous situation.
Oz is, how do I say, a survivor. And I don't think carting one of my prize artifacts off is going to change that fact.
Okay.
Are you the cleric? Do you keep him healthy? From what I saw, your powers don't reach into that realm that way. Eldritch Blast, I think is what I saw.
Is that where I'm making the forceful thing that knocks people back?
Maybe instead of asking for things that are in my possession, you should read a book. I believe your traveling companion has several.
I've actually been trying to find a book on either the Birchwood Blade or Ferondis, but I haven't had any luck in locating one.
He holds up a finger, steps back into his cabin, and he comes out and he shoves the book into your chest. Maybe some reading on your trip.
Thank you. Maybe this is just what I need.
And he nods. And keep it. A gift.
You're more generous than Oz let on.
I am benevolent and kind.
I wouldn't go that far. Everything that you do serves yourself and your crew.
He looks down at the book cover. It's called Adventuring for Idiots.
Wow, thanks for telling me your real opinion there, Bishop. Well, either way, thank you for your time, and thank you for the reading material. I appreciate it.
Anytime. And he shuts the door
And I take
you
my
hear him lock.
Yep. And I go back to my room and I'll read for a couple hours before I need to turn in.
All right. The book is called Your patron and you, a warlock's guide to their first pact.
Nice.
And it's basically a beginner's manual for like young kids and of what it means to
Color
make
pictures.
a deal. Like, yeah, there's a lot of pictures. Like, it's not a primary book, but you pick up on the sarcasm that he did this just to be a jerk.
Right.
But
My-
there's good
my question-
information in there.
Why did he have that book in his library, though?
He has a massive library, so you're
It
gonna
just
Well, I can't imagine everybody on his crew is a barbarian. Like, he seems smart enough to diversify his crew.
he has one bookshelf that is written called the trolling bookshelf.
All right. Anybody else got anything? All right. The night passes. You're all well rested. Bishop and Oz, you arise first, and I'm guessing you walk up on the deck as you always do.
Good morning, Bishop.
Another day has passed.
Another
Be right
day
back.
closer to death, it seems. Well, hopefully today we do something besides wait. Because, Bishop, I'm dying.
Mhm.
Bishop says absolutely nothing.
You ever think about death, Bishop?
Death I have caused.
No, your own death. Surely at some point you will expire like the rest of us. In a few millennia.
I have not.
Hmm.
I take every day as it comes, hoping that I will do better than I did the day before.
Interesting.
All right.
Maybe, hold on,
Okay, go ahead.
maybe learning some of the meditations that I have learned would help you.
Meditations? You mean just sitting around thinking to myself?
I start going into some of the monk poses for meditations.
Okay.
Downward doggy.
No, I'll watch.
Clearing one's mind. Taking in everything around you. As I'm talking, I'm moving into different poses.
Mm-hmm.
And this helps you? And I'm like, and not mockingly, but just poorly, trying to simulate the motions facing him.
Deep breaths in. Let your muscles take in the air.
Muscles taking deep breaths.
And as we do this for a little bit, I'll end it, go into a namaste pose, and then boop him on the nose.
Whoa! Was that? Well,
Do these daily. Maybe they will relieve you of some of your stress.
Would like to reiterate that I'm dying.
If that is your only worry, know that everything around you is also dying.
Well, that's not my only worry, but it is rather closest of all the worries. And with no resolution in sight, other than dying.
Your body is doing what it is meant to, just at a quickened pace due to an infestation.
Hmm.
We are trying to remedy that, as you know.
Yes.
Worrying about it and stressing about it will only make you worse.
Prompts me to action. Maybe that letter will have done something. Maybe I'll receive a reply back. It has been several hours. Well, we're going on almost a day.
Quentin has already explained to us that that is not how this works.
Don't know anything about dwarves. I just know that all we have to get is that herb in Cinderbloom. And we can't get it.
We are trying one way. There are many.
But I'll keep trying to do the meditations.
Okay.
Poorly.
As time passes, the rest of you wake up and head to the deck.
Right. When we go up there, is he still doing that meditating?
Certainly,
Yeah.
just without the pooping.
Oh, that's not something I'll ever expect to see you doing.
Well, you guys sleep in for so long, I've got to do something. And Bishop taught me how to meditate.
Hopefully, the meditating helps you with staying calm in more situations and only raging when you need to. And I'm sorry that most of us don't only need a few hours of sleep to function. I need my beauty sleep.
This wrinkly dwarf.
This
I need my beauty sleep.
is why I need to sleep.
How are your parents doing?
Oh, about as good as any parents could do, being told that one of your sons has passed away and your other son has the same disease. They tried several times to talk me out of staying with you guys and just spending the rest of my days with them. But, dang well I couldn't just leave you guys like that. I'd much rather fight to get a cure than just wait it out.
It's our last mission together. Should see it to its fruition. Of course, the alternative is dying.
Oh, you keep speaking like we're never gonna keep adventuring together. Well, we'll get this cure one way or another, even if I need to sacrifice Justinian for it.
We're all together now, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna crack a smile at Justinian after I say that too.
No
Man,
response.
most I've seen him be
Nope.
quiet.
Yes, it's very stoic paladin over there.
his
Just thinking of how bad agonizing blast. Just
I mean, good luck trying to cast it. But I imagine we have a few hours before the event.
Not terribly long.
Okay.
We should
Well-
make our way to the town square.
I would agree with that.
We're still on the ship.
hmm
Before we make our way, I should fill you in on what Glav did tell me yesterday morning. He seems to believe that there is some mischievous stuff going on, namely that this god being Cyric has made a deal with the Shadowsparks, and shock of shockers, the Shadowsparks are not good, and is aiming to push out all of the gods from this land.
Who are the Shadowsparks?
Have we not filled you in on this bit?
I don't think we have.
No, you haven't said a beep.
No, because basically since he joined in, it was like, hey, help us find this cure. You're gonna die.
Well, let me tell you a story about the Shadowsparks.
Can we regale as we're walking? Because this is a long story.
Yes.
Well,
No, it's quite
we'll fill
brief.
you in on the
We-
Shadowsparks in a
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Let me finish the rest.
Oh, sorry.
What were you going to say, Oz?
Oh, I was going to say quite a bit about the Shadowsparks that we live in their house,
let me finish my statement
and
for a
that
second.
we let one of them free from a tomb, and they're in lots of books.
They are in quite lots of books.
And that's about
Anyway.
it. See, that was very quick.
It seems as if it's been difficult as of late to reach out to the gods of the lands that in these lands, and my friend Glav seems to think that there are. He is also trying to gain access into Tanis Simprum, and he seems to think that there's a set of artifacts there that allow you to speak with the gods.
Tell him about what I heard at the academy about the dark artifacts in Tanis.
No.
All right.
I did not. If we find him again, we can fill him in on that.
Did you get a way to contact him in case we could use him to go in with us?
He will be in town. He's been in town for quite some time. I hope.
I hope he's around. I didn't get his number.
So that's the Shadowsparks, and
Okay, so you've filled him in on your experience with the Shadowspark so far.
lots of
From
books.
from the memory of Oz. So take that for what it's worth,
Yes.
Justinian.
Fair enough. I'll only read half of the player notes on the Shadowspark. That should do it. I won't read any of their names. Just cover that part up.
Well, by the way, Justinian, if you're ever venturing through an underground mausoleum, don't let anything out.
Fair enough.
Or if you do let it out, make sure you put it down. And don't let it teleport away into darkness.
Also true.
All right. Oh, get to my notes. The people of Governor's Den begin gathering around the gates to the keep. Gwynton, you've seen this before. It's quite a spectacle. The gates are open, but there's several guards that keep people from rushing inside. Excitement's just buzzing through the air as they await the results. Some there with high hopes that they'll be selected, while others are there to hear just what's going on. It makes for a good story, and it's filling out with probably several hundred people as it goes back into the plaza. And looking through the gates, you see a raised platform that's been set up just inside the walls, and you kind of Oz kind of elbows his way through and gets you all a great position where you can see what's going on in the situation there. 1 second. Okay, you see an extremely well-dressed, golden, like chest-plated dwarf come out, kind of graying hair, steps up onto the platform. Let's get some different music here.
We're in a tavern again.
There we go.
Might as well be an outside tavern.
They step up before all the people, and everybody just kind of a hush goes out over the crowd. I always look forward to being among the people and helping any way I can. For generations, the lords of Governor's Den have allowed one plea to be given, and one lord's favor to be bestowed upon the commoners of the city. Sometimes these commoners are farmers, shop owners, miners. You hear a clamor of cheering in the distance, and look back and you see like these dirty miners. They're raising pickaxes in the air and cheering. Or
I
even
thought they were talking about children.
or even outsiders from distant lands. You hear boos and jeers fill the air as the citizens are not pleased with the thought. Lord Shallowstone raises a hand and quiets the crowd down, smile coming across his face. And to the winner of this month's contest. This month's winner is a tale to pull on your heartstrings and mine. A lonely widow. Her husband lost his life in the mines, digging too deep. She struggles to make ends meet, and her children have taken to begging in the streets for coin. Her life would not be so difficult if it wasn't for her lack of legs that keep her confined in a mobile chair. The crowd just, you could hear a pin drop across the plaza and everywhere. You start hearing some sniffing, and you see kind of some people beside you wiping tears out. Marsland, someone beside you grabs like your sleeve and begins like wiping their nose with the sleeve.
What you doing? Press to digitate the boogers off.
She implores the Lord for assistance with her troubles, and we have granted such assistance. The crowd bursts into cheers. Everyone happy with the decision for this month's favor. Lady Pebblecraft, please come forward, and we shall meet and discuss the benefits to which I will assist. The crowd cheers and looks around, waiting for the ways to part. No one steps forward.
That's rude.
Lady Pebblecraft, or her representation, please step forward. The crowd's cheers die down to confusion as they look around for her. Any kind of movement or anyone helping her move to the podium. You see toward the back a few dwarves take off running into the city to see where she may be. Last call for Lady Pebblecraft. This is your final call. As you all know, you must be present to receive the Lord's favor. Crowd goes quiet, confused. You hear some crying still from around as they hastily look and wait for moments upon moments. Well, we must move on to our runner-up, our B team, as it were. The crowd, quickly forgetting the troubles of this poor woman waiting for the next story. The new winner, if they are here, comes to us from faraway lands, but not too far from home. You see Lord Shallowcraft hold up a paper. It's got, like, puncture holes in it. It looks rough. They travel far and wide fighting sharks? Lord Shallowstone turns to look at his advisors. Is this correct? Sharks? They nod in approval. Were there not many entries this month? And they nod yes, and they're looking around. Anyways, fighting sharks! They suffered great loss at the hands of a kiss? A kiss? Really? Again, he turns towards his advisors. Are you really sure you read all the applicants? They nod in approval, looking up. They traversed far and wide, looking to cure this sickness. Ah, there it is, and seek the Lord's favor in freeing us all from sickness. He turns back to his advisors again. We really need to talk later. Blessed by... Oh, this can't be right. Blessed by Asrock the Eternal. Yes. May they come forward for their favor. Justinian, please step forward, and we shall meet and discuss what the Lord's favor can do for you. The crowd goes silent, waiting for someone to move within the crowd.
And because I did include Hugh and Gwenton and the rest of the group in the letter.
Okay.
I start like nudging Gwenton, like, hey dude, you're the local guy, like you should probably walk up with me.
Is this what you guys wrote? I'll go up with you.
And so Gwenton and I'll start walking forward.
Bishop Oz, Marson, what are you doing?
Following.
This is us. This is okay. Yes, let's go.
Yes, we are the B team.
I didn't actually expect. I zoned out there for a second. I didn't expect us to actually get that.
Seeing
I'm gonna whisper saying, be on your best behavior to all of them.
Seeing that now outsiders are moving inside the gates, the crowd just begins to boo. Boo! You're not local here!
They must not see me.
Bishop,
Well.
upsies.
As you step inside, the guard regiment begins closing the gate. Lord Shallowstone. Until next month, we'll see you here. Submit your stories. And he turns and he walks away, and one of the guards looks down. This way. I'll take you inside. And you get further and further away. And as you begin to enter the keep, you hear something in the distance. I'm here now. I made it. Lord Shadowstone, I'm here. Dude. And the voice fades in the distance
Oh,
as you
God.
walk into the
I
keep.
squeezed an old woman out of her legs.
You didn't
Does
take
any-
her legs.
Does anyone
The DM did.
Does anyone turn around?
No, absolutely not.
You see
Say
just
Bishop does too.
you just see her there in like a mobile chair, like a wheelchair, and she's got a hold of the the bars of the gates, and you can see tears streaming down her face, and her hair is all disheveled, and she looks pretty rough as the guards just kind of shoo you inside the keep.
But she got. Should we not? It's not right to give that
My
back.
children didn't wake me in time.
Marcelin, let me ask you, greater good here. Everybody
Yes.
dying of disease or one woman? We can go and give her some gold to help her out.
That is a good point.
I know, I feel awful too.
Originally had, but I guess, yep, no, it is now the greater good, yes.
Can we talk about this later?
I'm just going to kind of look at them and keep walking.
You walk inside the keep, and you don't go inside very far before the Lord turns around. I don't know how your story got pushed to the top of the pile. I don't know why you're standing here and not that woman, forgive me, here, not that woman out there.
Well, she couldn't stand here if she wanted to.
Ugh.
That is not nice.
Your Lord, I'm going to be honest with you. We have two favors to ask you now. One's for personal gain. Second one's not. The personal one is we need to get to Tanis Semprum to find Cinderbloom to finish the cure. The second one is a personal request from me, and that's to give that lady monetary assistance still. She has children who are begging for it. What we need won't cost you a dime. A copper.
He looks at you. Are you a stout ale?
I am.
Ah, the boy that was sent away. It's good to see you back, lad.
I wasn't sent away, but it's good to be home.
I guess it's a matter of interpretation.
That is true.
Did you learn anything on your trip, or did you just find this ragtag group?
I learned a little bit in my studies. Definitely could have done better. But this group has helped me with a lot since we have found out about us getting Mirrod's kiss.
Which,
by the way,
what you were trying to write in there? It was hard to read. It looked like something with claws delivered the message. Is that true?
Justinian, how did you send it?
From my familiar, and I point to the hawk riding on my shoulder.
Oh, then yes, it would be from Talons. We fought sharks, rocks. That's what the bird was called, right? A rock bird.
Yep, and that was in the letter too. And I did say large sharks as well. Like,
large sharks.
Tell you what, being 60 feet down underwater with a bunch of sharks coming at you isn't the best time when trying to pick Gefnel.
So, tell me again. What is it I can do for you?
We just need you to grant passage to Tanis to look for Cinderbloom.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You of all people know. That's a lot to ask for.
And I wouldn't be asking for that if my friends and my life weren't running on a timer for it.
I mean, we'd be fine if one of your guards got us a Cinderbloom.
But then I'd have to send them through. Why would I do that?
Because we're trying to cure the Isles of the Plague.
You and every alchemist across the Isles.
The difference is we actually know what we need for the cure, thanks to the Academy. And also, I'd like to mention, we only need to get help to get there. Once we're there and the ship is fixed, we can have the ship pick us up. I'm sure you know about Frost and just how his ship's out of port right now.
And I'm sure you know we don't allow things flying out that direction.
I know you typically don't.
Might I re-emphasize, my lord, that we are trying to cure the plague that has been affecting the Isles for quite some time.
And we would gladly credit you with the assistance of curing the plague, should you give us your favor in going.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the treasures in Cinderbloom and everything there in the mines.
Honestly, I don't think that has crossed anybody here's mind.
Oh, that's what the last group said that asked for passage to Cinderbloom past the gates. Never crosses their mind until it's time to cross their mind, right?
Is there something from there that you want us to retrieve for you as a sign of good faith?
If there was something I needed from Cinderbloom, I'd send my people to get it myself.
Can you send your people to get Cinderbloom?
For an outsider, not a chance.
But we're going to cure the plague.
It's nothing about getting loads of Cinderbloom and selling it on the market, huh?
No, we have no plans on selling it.
I mean, you could send it to the Academy yourself if you wanted.
And risk my man's life? I don't think so.
Your Lordship, I don't want to risk anyone's lives except my own to get this cure. I can't ask you guys to do everything for us when you have nothing to gain nor lose from this.
What do you know? At that time, someone runs up to him. My lord? One moment. And...
Do I hear the faint sound of coughing in the background?
Make a perception check.
Damn it. Yeah, right click, advantage.
Wisdom.
19!
You better
There
use
you
guidance
go.
on yourself, you son of a...
You do hear a child coughing faintly in the distance. He turns back. I'm afraid that other businesses come up. I'm not going to be able to grant your wish to access to Cinderbloom.
Your Lordship, does your kid have the disease too?
Looks at you. Why do you ask?
I've heard that cough numerous times. Not just from my own brother, but from me and my friends.
Jesus.
I will reach into the bag and grab 2 tonics and give them, like, this will help a little bit. This isn't a cure. It'll just help slow it down.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Great. +0. I'll use guidance too. It ain't gonna matter. The best I can get's 5.
What?
You expect a good roll to follow up another good roll? Hey, did that happen like that?
Right?
Something-
Never in this group.
You're our only hope.
He looks at you. What is this? If you know that the disease, a healing potion isn't going to do much of anything.
This isn't a healing potion.
It's not a healing potion.
It's a tonic that we discovered in our travels to help slow down the symptoms of Mirid's Kiss. They're using it in Smyrna at the Temple of Sune. It consists of Gefnol, hawkweed, and come to think of it, something a kid probably shouldn't drink. I'm not going to put in what the third one was.
And he's looking straight at Bishop. Does it talk?
Yes, I do talk. And I know what you are going through with the sickness of a child, as I have known someone in my life that had this as well. We urge you to grant us access to find a cure, as we have now come to realize that this has mutated and is not just staying in children. My friends here are telling you the truth. Each one of them is also affected with a version of Mirid's Kiss. We are working closely with the Academy. That is why we need to get to the Cinderbloom.
He stares at you. He's definitely more serious than what he was just a few moments ago. What proof do I have that you work with the Academy? How do I know you're just not pulling my leg?
I show my mark, and I tell the others to show them
Yep, I'll show
I'll
mine too.
reveal my mark.
marks.
I don't have one to show, so
We have to act quickly.
He takes the tinctures from you. And he sets them down off to the side on a table that's there. Reaches into a pouch and pulls out a rather large key. Like, it's bigger than a normal key. It's like a long pint can.
Yeah.
Go to the gate. Use this at the statue. Carefully. Get what you need from Tennis Simperum. And return the key to me. He turns back to you, Gwenton. Frost can fly over here once. Make it count.
When you say fly over here, you just mean fly over to where Tanis is?
Yes.
Or, okay. As soon as we get to Cinderbloom, we'll have him pick us up, return the key, go back to Candor's Keep to get the cure made, and bring it back.
He thrusts the key into your hand.
I'll take it. How long has your child has the disease?
Almost a month now.
Do I know how much longer she theoretically has left, minus the tonics?
So, Bishop's sister had it about a month as well, and she didn't have much time left.
Okay.
Not a lot of time.
Yeah. No, you're good. Okay.
my lord, I just want to say that your daughter will receive the cure before I do. You have my word on that.
I hope you find it. I hope you're not lying to me.
No, never.
If you are, I'll spread one piece of you from one edge to another of this island. And that's a promise.
I have no doubt you will.
And he nods at you and takes the hand of the attendant that came up to him during the your talk, and they take off toward the back.
Okay, we'll head.
One of the
Oh,
guards
good.
grabs the 2 tinctures and like follows him back.
One per week, right, Quentin? 1 per week.
Oh yeah. Oh, down one every 7 days.
All right. He takes it back. The other one looks at you. I'll take you out now.
Thank you. I'm gonna turn to him like, we leave right now.
Yeah,
We'll go meet Cole.
You step outside. The gates have cleared from people. The guard opens the gate. Have a good day. Good luck.
We'll see you in a couple days.
Not likely. He just waves.
And I'm gonna make a beeline to the tavern.
Okay.
Marcelin, is that where your friend's staying?
I have to imagine he is probably going to be revisiting there. I didn't actually catch where he is staying precisely.
If we can find him before we go, it might be worth it.
I agree. I will keep an eye out for him.
Okay. You all rush toward the tavern to find Cole and begin your journey northward toward the gates.
He's doing the thing.
He is doing the
And the
thing.
suspense.
And we'll pick up there, because that's where we're going to end tonight.
2 weeks.
We'll
Oh
pick
my
up there
God.
in 2 weeks as you head toward Tana Semprum with the key. Oh man, what a session that had very little content till the last minute.
Yeah, like literally the last hour was most of the meat and potatoes of this.
Yes, 67 passes. I got some exciting stuff coming up for sure as you head that direction. I've really enjoyed what I've put together, so take that for what it's worth. Whenever we do, and we'll probably do one of these, maybe we'll have to look in December, but every now and then we do a session where we're not playing, but we're just talking about what's happened so far, things you might have missed, and kind of refreshing everybody. There's something I'm definitely going to want to talk about.
All the items we missed.
You have missed some items, but yeah, because Bishop was saying, you haven't given us anything. And I'm like, I have. You just didn't find it.
We haven't done anything.
You have, but there's a lot of character building going on right now, and that's fine. Turn it up to 12. We're past 11. So Marslin likes when we turn it up to 11. That's
as long as it smells like Biblicor.
We thank you all.
DM, can I sleight of hand to just steal it out of Marslin when we start the next session?
Good luck finding it.
Did you tell him? Okay,
I did.
You told him. Okay,
I did. Okay. Yeah, I told him.
All right, good. Yeah, thank you all for coming out to Legends on Papers, and we'll get that team. Yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. Our listeners and everybody tuning in, our Spotify folks from all over the world. We really appreciate you stopping by this Thanksgiving week. Got the gobblers. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Everyone stay safe during this holiday if you're traveling. And we'll be back here in a couple weeks in December. The next time we're back is in December, which just sounds gross. There's gonna be I'm gonna get 2 weeks to prep even more, so that's gonna be good. But no, I'm excited. There's some really fun stuff coming up. So I don't think we have anything special going on. Just our schedule, which you'll find online on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Threads, Twitter, etc. We're out there, or come by our Discord and hang out and say hello. If you can pry them away from watching anime together. So yeah, look at those grins. Look at those cheese-eating grins. Yeah. So what they had me watching last night, I'm not even sure.
You definitely came in on something you need to watch like the first episode to have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you came in like towards the tail end with like the big reveal.
Something about 12-year-old assassins. I don't know. I don't know what I was watching. And then there was this goofy mask or whatever. Anime is great because there's no judgment. Like, you either like it or you don't. If you like it, it's great. It's really great. So, rarely do you finish one and say, oh, it was okay. I'm a Full Metal Alchemist guy myself, and I've not reached, I did Death Note. I like Death Note as well. Not the Netflix movie, Terra Bad. Even though they got Willem Dafoe to voice the Kirigami or whatever it was, which was a perfect voice, but terrible writing. I don't know if you guys ever watched that.
I did.
I was gonna say Mike probably watched it, but
I don't know if I watched the Netflix one.
I watched the live action Death Note, and I don't even watch anime.
It was really bad. You should watch that anime because, like, concept wise, it's very, very good. Same way with the Full Metal live actions. They're just trash when the story is so freaking good. Things are going to get bad. We are hitting some time markers, so some people may be getting more sick. Yeah. 5 days there, right? That'll put us into day 17 if nothing happens. 17 of 35, the halfway marker.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a shorter trip than that.
Like I'm going to run the whole way.
No, why would we? Why would we just put our money together and rent a wagon? Like,
you act like we have a bunch of money.
You guys have shit tons of money.
I think
we
most
just
of it
fly
went to
the ship
house.
there.
We should give his money away.
How much money do you think we have?
Why can't we just fly the ship there?
Well, if I have 70 gold, you guys have to have at least twice that amount a piece, right?
You have over half of what I have.
And again,
Okay,
that's not much gold
twice.
in like the reality of the game.
When a healing potion is like 50 gold pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even afford that.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. If you get a chance, I'll put the link up here. You can check out the store if you want to support us. Until we get our big sponsor from Dr. Squatch or somebody else wants to sponsor us or whatever. It helps us out, helps keep the dungeon going, or you can just get those follows, get people coming in and sub if you want to. We appreciate it all. Or just come by and hang out. Either way, we just like telling a story and having you involved. So, until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking. They call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP. I do what I want to. That's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. The The end is upon us, I promise you. Novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking. They call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP. I do what I want to, yeah, that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra. Yo, I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is upon us, I promise you. Novices don't want no problem with me.
All right. Every time I switch over them, I feel like they're on a boat. They're always on a boat. It's, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them on land. They're always in a boat. That's not a terrible representation, Mike. Mm-hmm.